But I know for me now, it's like I can never do something like that. Like I'm in charge of my life. I'm a boss lady. I wake up in the morning and I take charge of my day. But let me tell you something that can also ruin. And I will get back to working in fear, right? But let me tell you something that can also ruin it. You think it's somebody coming into your space. It can be something as little as the conversation or the dialogue you had and you ignored. For example, you are leaving your hostel and then somebody starts to say something that you once heard. For example, they are like shouting at one girl. They've okay, let me tell you this story. So one time I was leaving this reception, and I know that they always complain about one of my skirts that I've already stopped wearing. So I was not passing, I was not hearing them talking about one girl like that. They were telling the girl, go and change your skirt. So the everything, so that they were harassing her, and I passed and I left her. Oh, I don't want to be in this kind of environment. So it's that thing that I ignored. As I was not gonna, I was just maybe later in the day, and I realized that I'm just down. Like, have you ever experienced that thing that in the middle of the day you don't be wondering that my mood has changed? It's not hormones, though. You just be like, my mood has changed. But me, what I usually do is to sit down and I start recollecting everything that's happened from the daytime. Like it's always hard to remember, but it's important that if you cherish yourself so much, you'll be intentional about how long you sit down and talk with yourself. Do you understand? So I used to sit down and I'd be like, hey, what happened that time? That what exactly is affecting my heart? Because you cannot really be free. You cannot have open conversations if your heart is heavy. And I remember that, oh, it was that time that there was the way that woman, the porter was talking to that lady that made me feel like it was me she was talking to because it had happened to me before. So something as little as the dialogue or the conversations or the statement, the comments that people make that we ignore. Guess what? It registers in our subconscious first before it even registers in our conscious. So what you think you are like shoving, like, oh no, it doesn't affect me. I want you to think about it very well. And the only way you can think about it very well is if you have a very strong foundation of self-love, self-identity, like you have a very strong identity of yourself, that the words and dialogues of people may not necessarily affect you. But I want you to not shove anything, like don't be in environments that you don't agree with. Do you understand? Like this is how you take charge of your day, take charge of your life. That's the whole essence of today, becoming your better authentic version. Because truth be told, we've mishandled situations, we've mishandled friendships because we are feeling like somebody's putting us under pressure to respond, or we have to have a certain kind of response. Unfortunately, nobody is putting you under pressure. You are in charge of how you decide to respond to your life. Like